Greetings everyone, my name is Buck Business, and if you're curious as to why there's just a green blob at the right of me is because today's topic is, well, it's about just reality. And reality is very gray right now, at least for us. So, this video is, as usual, not scripted, but it is about the situation I find myself and my brother in. So, I said that some time ago that this channel would be pretty much dead in terms of the majority of content, and for the most part that is technically true. The majority of my content is now found in my main channel, which I always will link, or try to remember to link in the description, as well as our D&D collab group. So, this topic it all started when I was relatively young, being a writer, or trying to be. So, it was a weird obsession that I was obsessed with writing. We both were, in fact. And it got to the point where, as I mentioned probably once or twice, that I wanted to, or we wanted to, or whatever, publish a book. And we did. And that book ended in failure. Nobody bought it, and the book itself was objectively bad. It was a poorly written book. There's no two ways about that. And we were, heartbroken. And we tried to get out of that situation by just keeping calm and looking for opportunities. And after some time at just going through the motions of school and all of that, we eventually found work at a Walmart. And things were going pretty good, and between that time and actually slightly before we joined Walmart is when we started YouTube as a reviewer and a Let's Player at the same time. We started this channel as a hybrid channel, and we didn't even know that at that time that was considered extremely risky for a new YouTuber to do that sort of thing. But we did it anyways. We did it without a mic, not knowing that people expected to hear great quality at the very first video. We didn't know any of these things, and we kept trucking. We made video after video, and we got less and less views. But I thought when we made the transition, when we got the better microphone, when we figured out other ways of recording to make it fill the screen, we thought, hey, maybe this might change things, but no, it didn't. So we kept going, and we kept working when we got hired by the Walmart. And things were actually looking pretty good for a while. Yeah, it got pretty rough from day to day working up at Walmart, but at the end of the day there was a paycheck, and at the end of the day we could support our family, and that was the most important thing to us. We were able to provide for a while, for actually, as far as Walmart was concerned, an entire year of working with them. And in that time, we were already YouTubers for a while, so we continued on that path, thinking day by day, maybe that one video, maybe it might break us out, maybe we might be able to finally hit that mark. We hit that 100 subscriber milestone, and we were so proud because we can get monetized at the time. But at that very same day, I kid you not, that was the very day YouTube decided to up the ante of how many subscribers you needed to get monetized. They moved it up to 1,000 subscribers. And that was the very day I understood that the YouTube life wasn't about the quality. It was about how many people you could get to watch your videos. It was about the quantity. And that was heartbreaking. Because it meant no matter how hard we tried to improve, that would be irrelevant. It just mattered how many people we could get to follow us. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed getting to that milestone, but that milestone meaning something completely different, that to me just felt so wrong, and it still does to this very day. Because I know, and I've seen so many YouTubers, or very few, well, it's an in-between number, I should be realistic here, amount of YouTubers who are in that range of 1 to 999, and I have seen some of these YouTubers really work their asses off, really put their best foot forward and not get recognized, get the recognition they deserve. So this is no longer just about me. This is about so many YouTubers getting left in the dust. But it wasn't just about that, it was also being able to find an alternate way to provide for my family, our family. That was objective number one. And yet, an incident occurred. 1 year deep into Walmart, and I faced a terrible injury to my back. And I could no longer work there because of said injury. And we had to quit. And from there, we tried looking for jobs where we live. And suffice to say that finding that job alone was hard enough. Finding a second job where I live seems near impossible. All the jobs I've seen that have been listed, all of them have requirements that I have yet to have made in college or whatever. It's one thing or another that just prevents me from being able to even feel like I should even bother writing a whole thing up to try to get an interview, to skip that entire process, to just look for another job, and yet not find one. And while we were looking, we continued doing YouTube, because maybe we thought, to the crazy nth degree, that maybe one day, one video might break us up, might be that one video that could save us, get us all the way up to 1,000 subscribers, maybe get us some Patreon supporters, finally, because we haven't had one yet, and finally break free of nearly being homeless. So yes, this is about that. This is about feeling scared, being terrified of not knowing what my future or our future holds. And I'll be real with you. There was a time, and it has crept along our journey, where we thought ending our lives would be better for the family, where we honestly thought that if there was less people to worry about, that maybe, just maybe, they would be able to pull through. But it really dawned on me that money that we still had left to give, that wouldn't help them anymore. At least there would be a bigger, probably, complication about how to deal with that if that were the case. So I don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. And I'm honestly pretty terrified, because homelessness feels right around the corner. And none of us obviously want that. we want to continue to be able to support our family. So if you see this video, and maybe you've hated something we've said in the past, I would hope that you would be able to put that aside, at least for this video, and consider helping us, because I'm asking for help, because I don't know what else to do. I'm lost, and I am scared for our future. So please, if there's any way you can consider helping us, I'll leave a link to the Patreon page, but I don't know what else I can do right now. If you can find it in your hearts to support someone who's terrified of their very future, then please consider supporting us. It means the world to us that we would be able to support our families for a little bit longer. That is all I could ever ask. Thank you, and farewell.